Steelers, and they clinch a first-round bye. Desmond Howard is back deep for the Lions. Chris Brown getting set to kick off for the Steelers. Howard under it at the 11. Howard out across the 35 to the 36-yard line. A 25-yard return. Clark Haggins made the stop on special teams. So local product Mike McMahon, who has not thrown an interception in his first 2 starts, leads the Lions offense onto the field. Their right guard, Brendan Stye, spent the first 5 years of his NFL career with the Steelers. Wide receiver Burt Emanuel returns after missing the last 4 games with a knee injury. Lions start 1st and 10 from their own 36 with 3 wide receivers. McMahon overthrows tight end David Sloan on 1st down. The Pittsburgh Steelers with the top-ranked defense in the NFL, the only team to use a 3-4 front. Smith, Hampton, and Von Oelhoffen up front. Terrific linebackers. They have 24 sacks on the season, and Chad Scott leading the way in the secondary with 5 interceptions. 2nd and 10 off the fake to Stewart. Pass incomplete off the hands of Johnny Morton. Chad Scott.
And being settled down coming into this game, get there. He's still got to find his groove and calm down a little bit.
3 wide receivers on 3rd and 10. McMahon stumble. Ball pops loose, picked up by Jason Gilden, and he will take it in for the touchdown.
Well, Gilden gets the touchdown, but Joey Porter gets the sack. He beats rookie Jeff Backus off the corner. The young quarterback finds out what it's like to face the #1 defense in the National Football League.
The 4th touchdown scored by the Steelers defense this season. Chris Brown adds the point after just 27 seconds in. Sack number 9 for Porter. Touchdown for Gilden.
Pittsburgh team, watch Porter here. He just comes, works right around him, slaps his arms down, gets his shoulder down, beats him, slaps that ball free. And Mike McMahon, who has not turned the ball over in his first 2 starts, has got one against him now.
2nd kickoff return for Desmond Howard in the opening minute. Takes it out to the 27-yard line. 21-yard return. Myron.
That means that the linebackers, there's 4 of them here, and you don't know which one is going to make the 4th man in the pass rush.
Jason Gilden into the backfield to wrap up the ball carrier James Stewart.
And this is the problem.
They're fired up. Loss of 2 on the play. 2nd and 12. Off the play fake to Stewart. McMahon with time and has the completion for the 1st down to Johnny Morton. A gain of 19 yards to Wayne.
That's his first complete pass, and that's always the hardest one when you're a rookie against this defense.
From the 39-yard line, James Stewart for a gain of 2. Aaron Smith.
Bothering Stewart right now is the ankle. He probably got a shot of medicine in that hip to take the pain away from that. That's a crushing blow for the Lions.
The wide receiver position without Herman Moore, without Jermaine Crowell. Empty backfield on 2nd and 8. McMahon from the shotgun over the middle, has the completion out at the 47-yard line to the tight end David Reason.
This is where you want to go to Corey Schlesinger. He's been really good in these short yardage situations.
Instead, McMahon rolling right, and he picks up the 1st down, has the completion in Steelers territory to Burt Emanuel, who spent the early
time but space to find an open receiver and pick up the 1st down.
So McMahon has hit on his last 3 pass attempts. The handoff to Lamont Warren, in for Stewart, and Warren inside the 25, and he's tackled from behind by Lee Flowers down at the Steelers 12-yard line, a gain of 34 yards for Lamont. Longest carry of the season, Warren. Lions on the move from the Steelers 12. McMahon did not find anyone, throws it out of the end zone.
That's where Mike McMahon at times.
Marty Morningwell really impressed with his game management. As you mentioned, no turnovers his first 2 starts. Here's Warren again. And this time gains only 2 down to the Steelers 10-yard line.
And they're good with just 7. You put 8 up, and they're really tough to run against.
They are the #1 run defense in the NFL.
Good news is Lamont Warren, just his first carry, he busted one off for 34 yards. That's why the Lions are in the red zone right now.
McMahon pump fake on 3rd and 8 now. Throws to the end zone for David Sloan. Touchdown Lions.
Kenny, we said Mike McMahon had the big play ability.
5th touchdown catch of the year for Sloan. Jason Hansen for the point after. The Lions come right back after the early Steelers touchdown. Lindsey Jackson from the 6-yard line. And Jackson is tackled at the 23, a 17-yard return as we check in with James Brown.
Oh, baby, had no idea about that.
JB, I was surprised to still see you there. I thought there was going to be an empty chair after all that was going on.
Where's that James Brown doll now? Steelers on offense for the first time as Cordell Stewart overthrows the intended receiver, Plexico Burress. Steelers with the 3rd-ranked offense in the NFL. Cordell Stewart, the reigning AFC Offensive Player of the Week. Pittsburgh center Jeff Hardings spent the last 5 years as a member of the Detroit Lions offensive line. And with Jerome Bettis out, Chris Fuamatu-Ma'afala makes the start at running back. Hines Ward, 5th in the AFC with 80 receptions.
There's that 8th man.
Off the play fake, Stewart in trouble, and he's taken down by the safety, Lamar Campbell. The strong safety with his.
Have Lamar Campbell right there with him.
Steelers spread the field, Tim, with 4 wide receivers on 3rd and 22. Stewart from the goal line. What a catch! Near the marker as Troy Edwards pulled it in. A spectacular catch along the sidelines for a gain of 23.
You just can't defend this. Watch it right here. It's just an out cut here. Todd Light's got the coverage man-to-man. Watch him here. And this ball is thrown a little high. And a fantastic catch by Edwards.
He needed 22. He gained 23 yards for the Steelers' first down. Steelers keep it on the ground with Fuamatu-Ma'afala. And he gains just 1 up to the Lions with the 26th ranked defense. Porcher and Ellis have both gone to a pair of Pro Bowls. Claiborne, the middle linebacker, is the Lions' top tackler this season. Todd Light, the only member of the secondary who has started all 14 games for Detroit. On 2nd and 9, it's Ma'afala once again. Works his way up to the 39-yard line for a gain of 4. Luther Ellis made the tap. Receivers. 4 wide receivers set on 3rd and 4. Stewart with time, complete for the first down to Hines Ward. Wrapped up by Ray McElroy. Gain of 6 yards on the play. Rubbed off on the other younger Steelers wideouts. From the 46-yard line. Stewart complete in Lions territory. Another first down. This time it's Plexico Burress. A gain of 12 yards on the play.
And that Burress going real deep for a long touchdown.
Steelers in their Bravo package with 3 in the backfield. Stewart to throw on first down. And And the question is, did it bounce in front of Hines Ward? The officials say no. Good catch.
They're doing exactly what they're being invited to do, and this is why the Steelers really right now are the favorite. So if teams are going to try to stop the run, there's the man-to-man. There's Bryant Westbrook. He's man-to-man on Hines Ward, and he's not able to cover him. That looked like it was not a catch. And there's the challenge by Marty Morningwig. You see the red flag up there? There it is. Catch.
Detroit is challenged in the ruling on the field that the play was a completed catch.
Well, that's tough. Actually, from that view, it looks like his hand was right underneath it.
Yeah, it did.
Trying to run a run and shoot type passing game just didn't work, especially with younger receivers.
From the 34, the pitch to Ma'afala. And with a chance of Fu raining down for this sold-out crowd, he picks up 10th play of the drive for the Steelers. Play action. Stewart looking end zone. And it's broken up at the last instant, but a flag on the play. Bryant Westbrook broke up the pass intended for Plexico Burress.
And that was enough.
5 wide receiver set. Empty backfield on 1st and 20. Stewart's pass is caught at the 28-yard line. 3rd catch of the game for Hines Ward.
Here with me.
Good to know, JB. And the Rams, like the Steelers, in the top 3 in both offense and defense, and they have the best records in the league. Both 11-2. Stewart looking for Burress. Again, Westbrook on the coverage, and Burress wanted.
Didn't look like Westbrook impeded his ability. Looked like he was draped on him.
Stewart with time on 3rd and 11. He fires, and it's caught by Troy Edwards for a first down at the Lions' 8-yard line. A gain of
here. He just breaks up into the center of the zone there, and he takes a wallop by Kurt Schultz, but does a super job hanging on to that football. And that's another nice pass.
He's gone to Edwards now on 3rd and 22 and 3rd and 11 and converted both.
Cordell is 6 for 8 right now. Passing.
Follow. Down to the 4-yard line. A gain of.
They don't respect the Lions. It's the fact that he's not able to practice because of his injury, and they hope he'll be back next week.
Here's Stewart on 2nd and goal. Rolling right. Throws to the end zone. Touchdown, Matt Cushing, the backup tight end. His first NFL score.
But Cordell Stewart is much more often and much more successfully.
So the Steelers on their first offensive possession drive down the field 14 plays and regain the.
And just knock people over like bowling pins.
I think he wanted to knock Jimmy Kimmel over like a bowling pin about an hour ago. Desmond Howard down at the 18-yard line. 19-yard return.
Future with the Detroit Lions.
5th round draft pick out of Rutgers. Lions start from the 18-yard line. This is the fullback, Corey Schlesinger, looks to bounce back up. Timo von Oelhoffen, the first Steeler in on the tackle. James Stewart back in the game. Loss of 2 on the previous play. Setting up 2nd and 12. McMahon looks to break free. Taken down by Aaron Smith. The Steelers recover. McMahon's 2nd turnover of the quarter. Earl Holmes on the recovery after sack number 7 this season.
That is a fast-moving, aggressive run to the ball, hunt you down, kick your behind defense.
2nd sack. McMahon has fumbled on both. Ma'afala up the middle. Pulls his way down to the 8-yard line for a gain of 7. 2nd down and 3. Here's Fu again. Whoa. Well, it took 3 guys, but they got. through again.
Or the Steelers.
Second and goal. Follow. Down to the 2-yard line.
Must be awful proud of him.
Third and goal. Off the play fake. Cordell rolling right. Looking end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Cordell Stewart.
He is so dangerous when he gets outside that pocket. One rushing quarterback in the league this year.
The extra point is wide left. Chris Brown missing an extra point for the second time this season. 20-7, Pittsburgh. Lead the Lions 20-7. Early second quarter. Desmond Howard from the 4-yard line. Howard across the 40. Penalty marker down. Howard finally down at the 48 after a 44-yard return.
13 Steelers points off of those turnovers.
McMahon looking for Johnny Morton. Penalty markers.
Yeah.
Dwayne Washington on the coverage.
I don't surprise, but I think he knew better.
20-yard penalty. McMahon pump fake, throws, intended for Emmanuel. It's picked off by Washington. One play later, Dwayne Washington comes back with his first interception of the season and the 26th of his career, the third Lions turnover.
Mike McMahon was under heat from that Steelers defense again. He rushed his pass, and it's the third, and he affects the throwing motion of Mike McMahon. Watch his arm, and Mike McMahon tries to pull this one up short, and the ball gets away from him. And he had David Sloan open, but he pulled up short because of that Steelers defense again.
And now Stewart on first down, complete in Detroit territory. Hines Ward down to the line.
What a nice pickup for the Chicago Bears of Leon Johnson. Take a look, paying dividends here, following his blockers extremely nicely. He takes it 33 yards to pay dirt, and it's the Bears back on top of the Skins. 10-7 that in the second. Kenny and Tim.
All right, thanks very much, JB. Second down and 1 for the Steelers. The handoff to Malafala has the first down and more. Gains 9 yards down to the Lions 30. Fu averaging just under 4 yards per carry today. Here's Malafala again. Down to the 30. Gains 4 more yards. Travis Kursky on the tackle.
So early in the second quarter.
Second and 5. Malafala, the workhorse, looks to turn the corner and is tackled from behind by
2 emotional victories in the last 2 weeks against the Jets and the Ravens. And against this 1-12 team, this Steelers team has come out hot.
Stewart's pass broken up by Lamar Campbell. Intended for Bobby Shaw. Ray McElroy. So here's Chris Brown, who has missed an NFL high 12 field goals on his 25th birthday, attempting a 48-yarder, and it is just wide to the right. So Brown missed an extra point earlier.
With the heat on Mike McMahon.
They forced 3 turnovers in those 6.5 minutes. Lamont Warren up to the 41-yard line due to the sprained right ankle suffered by running back James Stewart. Second down and 7. Schlesinger. Gain of just 1.
And he's been very productive, but right now Mike McMahon's going to have to go to his wide receivers.
Now the Lions with a 3 wide receiver set. Third down and 6. McMahon under pressure, chased by Smith. Has the first down and more. Finally, steps out of bounds at the Steelers. He gained 74 yards on the ground last week in a win over the Vikings. Here's the inside handoff to Schlesinger once again.
He's big time here in Pennsylvania.
McMahon on 2nd and 7 with the handoff to Lamont Warren, still on his feet and then driven down at the third gain of.
Man wasn't out on the town. He just had dinner with his parents in the hotel last night.
And he took care of the ticket request early in the week. McMahon pump fakes on 3rd and 4. Now throws. 10 and 4, Bert Emanuel. And send out the field goal unit. 48-yard attempt. Coming up for Jason Hansen. The punter, John Jett, is the holder. Jett returning from an injury.
It's like a bad hold to me.
Wide right. Jett missed the last.
Rodgers, 3.5 minutes seems like a lifetime after all the series that they've had to play already today.
And now Rodgers and the defense back on the field, and Stewart's pass is caught. A beautiful catch by Plexico Burress in Lions territory. A gain of 20 yards.
Kenny Plexico Burress hurt. Looks like hurt pretty seriously on that last play.
Wow. Follow hit hard by Lamar Campbell.
Campbell bounced off him, but that joint that can create a lot of pain.
Troy Edwards in the game for Burress as Stewart steps up, has the first down inside the 25 to the 24. So the leading rusher among NFL quarterbacks this season gains 9. So Cordell Stewart getting the job done with his legs, picks up the first down at the Lions 24. Fallen. Big hole up the middle. Finally brought down at the 8. 16 yards for Chris Fulmatu Ma'afala. 9 yards on the ground. Plexico Burress back in the game. First and goal from the 8. Ma'afala taken down by Robert Porcher after a game.
They got their 3rd runner, and he's averaging 4.1 a carry. And then we've seen the passing game. Cordell Stewart has looked very good throwing the ball.
And he throws this one into the end zone for the touchdown to Hines Ward. Ward's 4th touchdown catch of the year, and with that reception, he ties Yancey Thigpen's team record with 85 receptions in one season. Thigpen did it back in 1995.
And I think the Lions defense, Kenny, is tired, and when you're tired, you make mistakes. And they left Hines Ward wide open on that play.
He said, when I look at all those names, Swan and Stallworth, it still hasn't hit me that I'm up there with those guys.
He has humility, and that's one thing a lot of these Steelers players have. But we talked about the Detroit defense is open on this play. He's wide open, and Lamar Campbell just doesn't cover him. Watch it right here. You see that? He's wide open, and then Campbell comes too late. And then if you see Campbell
to 7. Lions back on offense. Lamont Warren gains 4 yards up to the
Pittsburgh offense.
Scotty Anderson in motion, 2nd and 6. McMahon's pass is caught for a first down by Emanuel into Steelers territory. Brought down from behind by Kendrell Bell after a gain of 16 yards.
Drag this carcass of a team back into this football game.
He did it on Thanksgiving when he nearly brought them back against the Packers. McMahon airing it out on first down, intended for Johnny Morton, as we hit him some from his locker here in Pittsburgh.
I mean, he's an icon here, and I'd hate to have the Steelers audience and fans seeing Terry Bradshaw in those pink pants again.
Well, if he's sitting down, they won't see it. Off the fingertips of Corey Schlesinger.
Pressuring Mike McMahon.
Three wide receivers on 3rd and 10. McMahon under pressure from Gilden, throws and has the first down to the tight end David Sloan at the Steelers' 34-yard line. Again,
Guys he has coached.
1st and 10 from the Steelers' 34. Under pressure, penalty marker down.
When he come out of the pocket, you're going to find Jason Gilden waiting there to give you a little welcome.
1st and 5 from the 29. Advanced pass caught by Johnny Morton for a first down at the Steelers' 17-yard line. A gain of 12. Mike Logan.
They're only rushing 4, and so they're playing zone defense.
McMahon under pressure from Von Oelhoffen, throws it away.
And he has been under.
Play clock winding down. 3 wide receivers set. McMahon backpedaling. And then hits Lamont Warren. For a Lions first down. Out of bounds inside the 2-yard line. Again. 1st and goal. Dominic Raiola has reported as an eligible receiver, number 51. Another fumble. And it looked like Schlesinger fell on it.
Score before they go in for half.
3rd and goal. Off the play fake. McMahon to the end zone for the touchdown. It's David Sloan. Again, his 2nd touchdown catch of the game.
Kenny, the same play Cordell Stewart scored on only a few minutes ago. Receiver downfield.
Mason Hansen for the point after. Well, the Lions march.
Resilient, unflappable. Couple words to describe the rookie quarterback from North Allegheny High School.
Lindsey Jackson up to the 34-yard line. Brock Olivo, the tackle on special.
Pressure on Mike McMahon. He started the last 3 games on a team that's 1-12, so there is no pressure. No one is booing him. Everything looks good. But Cordell Stewart knows only so well how things can go south real fast if expectations are high.
Mike, geez, 3 turnovers, 2 fumbles and a pick, and I think he got hit. We can't do that against a good football team. If we have only 1 turnover, we're right in the middle of this. So our defense has to stop them coming out at half, and then we've got to get some points immediately.
All right, Marty, thank you. Kenny, back upstairs to you.
All right, thanks very much, Jennifer. Marty also obviously felt the turnovers were the key in the first half. Mike McMahon turning the ball over 3 times. Lindsey Jackson takes the second half kickoff. Stays on his feet and is brought down at the 23-yard line after a 22.
Morningweg, his team has been able to move the ball. Look at it. They've got 159 yards of total offense. Steelers with only 185, but this has been the difference. Those 3 turnovers, and that's why the Steelers haven't had to go very far to score a lot of points.
And no punts from either side.
Yeah, no punts. The only time the punter handled the ball was when Jet kind of had a bad hold on the snap. I think Terry Bradshaw was right to come to the defensive kicker, Chris Brown.
Tuamatu Ma'afala, who had a big first half with 60.
I mean, I love it. He talks a lot about hard work. Hard work. He's always talking about the hard work that this team has put together.
Off the 360 from Stewart, couple of penalty flags. Amos Zaraway into Lions territory, his first carry of the game. After a 73-yard effort against the Ravens, he injured his shoulder in the 4th quarter last week, and Zaraway
talk about the importance that his defense come right out and get the ball back immediately.
Stewart, little jump pass to Ma'afala. Stiff arms one man, goes by another. One man to beat. It's Todd Light, and Light gets him at the 24-yard line. A 54-yard gain on the pass from Stewart to Ma'afala.
Exotic smash mouth football, an exotic formation. This is their Bravo. 1, 2, 3. You don't see that very often. It gives an offense total balance, and there's an exotic play. Now it's smash mouth, blocking downfield by everyone, linemen, wide receivers, and then just hard, tough running by Fuamatu Ma'afala.
Longest career catch for Ma'afala, the right guard who's replacing Rich Tilsky today, was injured on the play. Kedrick Vincent, rookie out of Mississippi, is now in at right guard. 1st and 10. The pitch to Zeraway. Zeraway finally brought down at the 18-yard line after a gain of 4.
Ma'afala has done today. He's been fantastic.
2nd and 6. Stewart's pass nearly picked off by Westbrook. Should have had it.
Stewart's pass incomplete.
The Lions need a lot of big plays if they're going to somehow come up with a win against this Steelers team.
4 wide receivers on 3rd and 6. Stewart looking end zone, intended for Plexico Burress. Jimmy Wyrick on the coverage. Wyrick
made quite a few of those so far this season.
This will be a 37-yard attempt. And Chris Brown nails this one from the crowd, extending the Steelers' lead to 16. Steelers 5-1 at home this year. Lead the Lions 30-14 early in the second half.
A win today buys the Steelers a first-round bye in the playoffs. That is critical. And if they keep going with Oakland losing last night, they're in the driver's seat for home field throughout the playoffs. And how big is that as the weather turns nasty for teams to have to come here and try to beat the Steelers with their awesome ground game?
And how big were the 2 late field goal?
About the young kids there. I'm talking about these guys up here. Those are zealots, fanatics, lunatics, numbers on their faces, paint.
Probably they have shirts on.
No, look at this. I mean, this defensive zealot, and I think the Steelers are ready for a championship season.
2nd and 10. Here comes Flowers. He got him. Penalty flag on the field as well. It's the 3rd sack of the...
Incredibly hard.
And the tripping call, Tim, on Backus declined thanks to the sack by Lee Flowers. 3rd and 18. McMahon over the middle, it's dropped. David Sloan, who made the huge catch last week on a 3rd and long, could not make this one.
Here you go. You've been waiting for this one. Maybe they'll fake it.
And the first punt in 4 games for John Jett, returning from his left calf injury. Troy Edwards from the 30. Across the 40. Upended by Jimmy Wyrick after a 15-yard FC.
Absolutely. You see the record there. And again, today, the Steelers would lock up a bye in the first round. But the big prize, I think, is the home field advantage throughout the playoffs. And with Oakland, dropping their game last night, they're in great shape. But even if they won today, it's conceivable if they lost their last 2 and Oakland won its last 2, that Oakland could get that home field.
Hines Ward wide open, and that is catch number 86 on the season for number 86, and that is a new Steelers single season record. He keeps the football, a 25-yard pass play, and Hines Ward now pushing Yancey Thigpen down to 2nd on the all-time Steelers list, and he receives a standing ovation from the crowd.
And I don't think it could happen to a nicer guy anywhere, right, Kenny? I mean, a humble, well-spoken young man. He returns to Atlanta, Georgia in the offseason, drives a very plain, simple car, doesn't want to stand out, he says.
Here's Fu. What did he tell us? His philosophy is people don't change when they make a lot.
Doesn't have fancy rims or anything like that. He just breaks to the outside of the zone here, and it's a nice pass play, nice throw by Cordell Stewart. And really, again, 97 yards already. And you see the passing game, too, very effective.
2nd down and 8, the pitch to Malafala. Inside the 20, finally brought down by Robert Porcher at the 18-yard line after 82 yards on the ground. A new career best. Play clock winding down. Stewart lofting one up for Burress. He makes the catch for the touchdown. Plexico Burress.
A beautiful job by Cordell Stewart, looking off the free safety, reading the man-to-man coverage on Plexico Burress, and just putting the ball up and letting his big receiver make a big play.
Fourth touchdown catch of the year for Burress. Brown adds the extra point. Cordell Stewart ties his career high with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. And the Steelers lead this one 37-14. Desmond Howard. Howard out to the 21-yard line.
Well, Kenny, I want you to watch. This is his target here. He's keeping the free safety. See how he's looking left, looking left? That freezes Kurt Schultz, so he knows he has a man-to-man matchup on the outside with Plexico Burress against Westbrook. And watch Burress. Does a beautiful job with that tall, athletic frame, leaps up, and makes the big play. I like his cornrows, too.
Yeah. Lions back to the offense from the 21-yard line. It's Lamont Warren, a gain of 2. Now
because of the definitive passing game that we...
McMahon again under intense pressure. Forced to throw it away. Kimo von Oelhoffen was in his face, along with Aaron.
And Mike Mularkey put something in that Cordell Stewart likes. And that's the final piece of the puzzle, and that's why the Steelers are looking like a championship team.
3rd down and 8 as McMahon fires incomplete. Off the fingertips once again of David Sloan and Mike Mularkey.
We were always arguing under the old system about who's right. Now we just talk about what's right, because every play is clearly defined, and it's what's right. It's not who's right, because you don't have to have multiple players making multiple interpretations of a defense.
They simplified things, as the Ravens did last year during their Super Bowl run. Penalty marker down as Troy Edwards weaves his way down to the Lions' 41-yard line. A 31-yard return following the 48-yard punt.
The call.
27, Brent Alexander was not on the field. It was actually number 23, Jason Simmons. Stewart rolling right on 1st down, can't find anyone, steps out of bounds after a 2-yard gain at the 24-yard line.
I think, though, that Bill Cowher, it's a great sign for the Steelers as they roll into the playoffs, that they have the discipline and the determination to focus even on a 1-12.
To Burress, dropped up by Westbrook, and Cowher told us, Tim, we play our best when we don't like.
They all echoed Bill Cowher's determination that we're not going to feel sorry for the Lions, even though they've made headlines on the Jay Leno show.
There's Amos Saraway. He won't go down, finally. Tackled at the 41-yard line of the Lions, a 28-yard pickup.
Well, the Lions get caught in a little bit of a run blitz here. There's the blitzer coming off the edge. It's Barrett Green, and that gives Zaraway the corner. And Zaraway has the speed and the acceleration, and if you give him the corner, you're in big trouble.
Sean Rogers, the Lions' rookie defensive tackle, is injured back at the first week. Following the Lions' first victory was pure enjoyment. Down to the 36-yard line. Rodgers was able to go to restaurants, go to stores with a big smile on his face after the first win in 13 games.
He said he took out his credit card and then he'd let the store clerks and the restaurant and the waiters see his player's card at the same time. And boy, I don't know if you could mistake him.
An ankle surgery last January and came back earlier than many people expected. 2nd and 5. The pitch to Malafala. And he pulls his way down to the 31-yard line. As we check in with James.
Hey, Kenny and Tim, how many highlights have you seen of Marshall Faulk? Take a look here on a delayed handoff. Nice shifty move there. Burst to daylight. Hey, fellas, 70 yards later, he's at pay dirt. He's rushed for 327 yards in 5 quarters against the Panthers this season. League leading 16 touchdowns. 31-16 Rams over the Panthers. Kenny and Tim.
Wow, thanks, JB. And, you know, as you look at the standings there with St. Louis and over Carolina, I think we could see a St. Louis-Pittsburgh Super Bowl. I think that's probably very likely. St. Louis, I think, is the best team in the NFC, maybe in football. But the Steelers, the way that they have come on over the second half of this season, they're playing really as well as anyone. I think if the Steelers lock down this home field, it's going to be very difficult for someone to come here to Pittsburgh on the scratch field in this weather and beat them.
Stewart swings it out to Hines Ward.
If you're going to beat the Rams, you have to disrupt him in the pocket. And if the Steelers have anything, they have a disruptive defense.
2nd and 5. Malafala. Takes 4 Lions to bring him down. A career game. That's a lot of back to strain.
It is.
3rd down and 1. Malafala looks to have the first down. Chris Claiborne, the first Lion.
One of them for a touchdown. The top ground gaining quarterback in the National Football League.
Steelers keep it on the ground with Food.
Kenny, what do you think? I was interesting in the pregame.
In his career and then sinking in the eyes of the fans, the media, and management, as Stewart has done this year. I agree. I think he's a legitimate MVP candidate. Cordell broken up. Chris Claiborne got a hand on it. Pass was intended.
It's interesting that the Steelers are so good on 3rd down conversions, and they're actually, when they're 3rd and 6 plus, they're the #1 offense in 3rd down conversions.
Stewart looking to add to those totals, but Bert Schultz breaks up the pass in the end zone intended for Bobby Shaw.
You know, most interception, that's not an option. My receivers are taught to never allow an interception. They're taught to turn into defensive backs when that ball is in the air if they can't catch it.
Chris Brown misses his 2nd attempt today. 38-yard attempt is wide right. It's his league-leading 14th. Terrific as far as ball management was concerned. His first 2 starts, but today he's committed 3 turnovers. McMahon of the Lions back to work. McMahon overthrows the intended receiver, Gianni Morton.
Cold weather after the Super Bowl in the month of February, and you're wondering what to do on a week afternoon. Just check that out. I mean, it's a fast sport. It's exciting. The strategy is awesome. It's from a long way out. And he's lined up all the way on the outside of the defense.
McMahon 0 for 5 in the second half. Nobody touched him. He slipped back at the 20-yard line.
And Jason Gilden just picked up a sack. You got to love that. Gilden touches him, so then he's down and gets a sack.
Steelers' 4th sack of the day. The punt is down back at the 47-yard line, a 32-yard kick. But Steelers start from their own 47. Hines Ward in motion. Malafala. And this should get him over the 100-yard mark. for
And you got to be feeling real good moving into the holidays about your team's chance to, roll with wonderful people. We saw the Warren Sapp piece on the pregame show, and there's so many wonderful guys like that throughout this league. I don't think any could be nicer than Cordell Stewart. And he's been through so much, and he's persevered, and he still has a smile on his face, and he's kind of reconciled with his team. He orders out more than he cooks. But I think if you're Cordell Stewart, and you've done all the great things that he's done, and you've persevered through the tough times that he's persevered through, you're entitled to order out.
More movement on the line as Stewart hits Ward into Lions territory, but a couple of penalty flags on the field. To a number 3 ranking in the NFL and a record of 11-2. 3 wide receivers on 3rd and 6. Stewart with time fires incomplete off the fingertips of Hines Ward. Todd Light on the coverage for the Lions to apply his craft. Fair catch called for by Desmond Howard at the 11-yard line. A 40-yard kick. Steelers leading 37-14. Lions start from their own 12-yard line. Burt Emanuel, the man in motion. Wow. Kimo von Oelhoffen into the backfield
Of your compensation for the other blitz. And it's a simple back-and-forth strategy that works so well for the Steelers defense.
McMahon dumping it off to Schlesinger. He was down before.
First half, the Lions hung in there, but for their turnovers, they were in pretty decent shape, but it's just been a rout here in the second half against this dominating Steelers defense. Here comes the blitz.
3rd down and 7. McMahon's pass is, let's see, incomplete.
Well, there's that, I don't know. Again, I think that you go back to the rule that you need firing. And I like the replay rule. I know Bill Cowher told us Friday he didn't like it, but
Cowher benefits from this replay. Punt was down at the 44-yard line. 31-yard kick.
really just taking the heart out of opposing defenses.
First NFL action for R.J. Bowers. Elevated from the practice squad this week, number 33. The pitch to Bowers out of Division III Grove City College. And he is the all-time leading rusher in NCAA history. So,
well, if Terry's going to use those words that you use, JB, let's use some Terry language. We got some great show hogs here in Pittsburgh.
Off the play fake to Bowers. Stewart dumps it off to the tight end, Matt Cushing, who caught his first NFL touchdown back
in the National Football League. Get that one behind you.
Played 6 years of minor league baseball. 3rd and 4. Stewart's pass batted down. Schultz got a hand on it.
And then Pittsburgh's defense is just full of show hogs. And Burress has won a blue ribbon today as well.
On 4th down and 4, Alfano picks up the first down and much more. Adding to his career numbers.
Wow. He is excited and he is exciting.
180 yards of offense for Food. Here's Bowers. Works his way inside the 14 in 96. So even without Bettis, without the bus, the Steelers with 185 rushing yards today against the Lions. 2nd and 10, it's Bowers up the middle.
Continuing to do the job. Take a look at Kurt Warner here. Nice reception by Ernie Conwell. Take a look at this. It's now 38-23 Rams, and Kenny Bradshaw wants Tim to know that Tim is right, and they will be stitched with his initials. Back to you guys.
You would never get clearance from my wife for that, but I appreciate the thought. It's the thought that counts, JB, in this holiday season.
I didn't realize Terry and Alyssa speak on a regular basis.
Oh, don't go there.
Buamata Marafala down to the Lions' 13-yard line.
Because they have been dominant most of the season in all other areas, and they've been dominant today in all areas.
31-yard attempt, just made it through.
Now Chris Brown. We certainly have not forgotten all of you overseas who are keeping us safe here in the States.
Desmond Howard takes a season-high 40 points today. And Cordell Stewart accepting the congratulatory handshakes from his teammates.
Well, you talk about focus coming. Team's record was. Remember that?
Yeah.
Friday? What's our record anyway? All he was thinking about was this game.
Earl Holmes up the middle. Steelers sack. There's Avion Cason on second down, tackled by Kendrell Bell, the rookie.
He keeps those big offensive linemen off his body, and it's kept him healthy. And the Steelers' defense as a whole has been healthy all season long.
McMahon complete to Burt Emanuel. Tim, the Lions will go for it on 4th and 1 from their own 29. Lions have not picked up a first down in the second half. Play action. McMahon incomplete. Ball was tipped. Producer Kevin McRoby. The pregame show produced by Scott Ackerson, directed by Bob Levy. Here's the pitch to Bowers. And he works his way down to the 26-yard line. In the truck as well. Gene Matthews. The senior producer of Fox Sports is Bill Brown. The executive producers, Ed Gorin and David Hill. R.J. Bowers picks up the first down. You talk about Fool, the number 3 running back.
Fullbacks, and the great job they've done all season long of opening up holes.
Bowers gained 9 and a first down on the play. Steelers now up with the New Jersey Red Dogs of the Arena League, and was the MVP, Tim, of the XFL with the Los Angeles Extreme. What a job in camp. Hands it off to the fullback, Dan Kreider. Will be consecutive win number 7 for the Steelers, and they will clinch a first-round bye. R.J. Bowers inside the 5, down to the 4-yard.
Goes to Cincinnati next week, and then they finish with Cleveland at home in 2 weeks.
The pitch to Bowers, and he's hit head-on by Kurt Schultz. Raiders' final 2 games, Tim, job done early on the opening drive. As the Steelers call timeout on the Lions.
Had to land a lucky punch from way out to beat this Steelers team that is such a complete team and that is such a high level right now.
Tommy Maddox dives for the end zone. Touchdown!
Just move one step closer. Season that this Steelers offense has gained more than 400 yards.
Wow. So Tommy Maddox, who for 3 seasons was running an insurance agency in Dallas, returned to the Arena League, the XFL, and now back in the NFL, backing up Cordell Stewart. And now a challenge coming from the replay booth. Remember, coaches cannot challenge in the final 2 minutes. Marty Morningweg used both of his challenges anyway. And up in the replay booth, they are taking a look at whether or not Tommy Maddox was in.
All the ball has to do is cross the plane before he's down.
Right.
And as soon as it touches that plane, wherever it is, and I think that his
Looks like
knee,
he was down.
His knee may have been down before he reached the end zone. However, I will say this again, it has to be indisputable. There's the knee, and I don't know if you can, you know, without the
5-yard touchdown run. So 2 quarterbacks from the Steelers have run for scores this afternoon.
Yep, and there's the touchdown, and here's Plexico Burress's reaction on the sideline. He and Maddox must be pretty good friends.
Everybody loves the backup quarterback.
And in Pittsburgh this year, everyone loves the starting quarterback too.
True.
Point lead over Washington late in that game. Chicago trying to lock up their division title with Green Bay close on their heels.
Remember last year the Lions were in the hunt for the playoffs. The final week of the season, Steelers quarterback Jim Miller.